the high seas. Pisces, cast my line, now they're biting. Yeah, rocky coasts and lighthouses. What she knows now, I doubt it. Talk to me nice. I think your confusion starts with street lights.
Hello everyone, how is everybody doing? Very blessed to be sitting here talking to you for mid-month and June readings. I did not know how things were going to work out, guys, but everything happens for a reason. So as I said, welcome to your... I've set the intention for these readings to resonate with the last couple months of June and the entire month, the last couple months of May and the entire month of June. But these messages can resonate anytime. They're definitely timeless. You never know what kind of message you might receive. So for my intro video, you guys, I just wanted to talk a little bit about what's going on in May and what's going on in June. So all the astrology information, we're going to be talking a bit about astrology as I do in all my intro. And for the actual readings, it's strictly tarot. I don't talk much about astrology, guys. So in May, today is May 24th as I record this, so it's definitely mid-May. We're still in May, but May is a very, very intense month. June looks a little intense as well, but it looks more of an emotional month. May's been kind of emotional too, but it's been emotional in a hectic kind of way. I'm not sure how you guys are doing, but we have Mercury in Taurus. Mercury entered Taurus on May 13th, and then we had Uranus enter Taurus on May 15th, and it's going to be there for the next 7 years. So that was a huge, huge shift, you guys, in May. We're still under the energy of that. We will be under the energy of that for the next 7 years. So yeah, very important for you to know where Taurus is in your astrology chart, because you're going to have Uranus there, which is definitely all about sudden change and shock and surprise. This is the ruling planet of Aquarius, you guys. So that was a major, major, major shift. Every astrologer is talking about that. And then we had a new moon in Taurus on the 15th as well. So we had a new moon that same day. Astrology is so symbolic, if you ask me. And then on May 16th, we had Mars enter Aquarius, which was pretty interesting. Mars is actually going to be hanging out in Aquarius throughout June because it's going retrograde, so it's not going to be moving forward. And then we had Venus enter Cancer on the 19th. That's the kind of the most recent transit in May as I sit here today. So that's pretty interesting, you guys. That's very, Venus was in Gemini, and then on the 19th it moved into Cancer. It's going to be there until about maybe first week of June. And then we have yet to occur the Sagittarius full moon on May 29th. I'm not sure, guys. I really hope that I'm around to talk to you on that day, because the Sagittarius full moon, that is a very, very special full moon. That's the 9th house of higher learning, the house of vision. This is a very light sign. To have the moon filled with light in the sign of Sagittarius, that's definitely going to be expanding some things in our lives, expanding our vision, expanding the higher philosophy of our legacies and things like that. So we kind of end May on that Sagittarius full moon note, and then we enter June. So I've taken some notes here on both May and June for this intro video, because this video is about both months, so I wanted to incorporate both. So we're basically covering the end of Taurus season, beginning of Gemini season, the start of Cancer season. Okay, so that's quite a lot of information, but I'm just happy to be talking to you guys and getting out some messages for June. So we start June with, the reason why June is such an emotional month, you guys, is because we have this grand water trine. So we have, all the water signs have significant energies within them. So Neptune is in Pisces, Jupiter is in Scorpio, and then we have Venus in Cancer, okay? And that is creating a water trine, okay, of emotion. So we're all going to be really feeling our feels, and we're going to be having some really deep emotion, especially the beginning of June. So definitely wanted to mention that, not only for the water signs, but for all of us. We all have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy somewhere in our chart. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio represent our emotion. We all have emotion. But if you are a Pisces watching this, if you are a Cancer or a Scorpio watching this, you guys are major game players in June because of that Cancer energy coming in. But let's talk a bit about Gemini energy. We've got on June 5th, Mercury enters Gemini, which is pretty interesting because Mercury rules Gemini. So that's going to be great for our mental space. That's going to be great for the rational mind and you know, the more intellectual thoughts. So you may notice in June that you just get your head in the game more, and that you're able to be a little bit more rational when it comes to the decisions you're making, even though there's this grand water trine energy in June. And then on June 12th, we have quite the opposite. We have Mercury entering Cancer. So this is going to be a bit of the emotional thought realm. This is, you know, the planet of a lot of emotional communication, I feel, guys, will be happening on around June 12th, especially throughout the whole transit of Mercury in Cancer. Eventually, Mercury will move through that and move into Leo, which is more passionate thought. The North Node is there, so we're going to be thinking a lot more about our destiny. But before that can happen, we have to go through the very watery realm of Cancer. Our minds are going to be submerged. Right now, our hearts are submerged with Venus in Cancer. Venus in Cancer, holy crap. A lot of emotional feels, you guys. Cancer is the cardinal water sign. So that's, you know, I like to think of Cancer as the most water, even though it's not necessarily that way. But Cancer brings definitely the depth of emotion. It's the 4th house. Woo! So moving on, though, we have a Gemini new moon on the 13th, right after Mercury moves into Cancer. So for the new moon, Mercury will not be in Gemini, which everything happens for a reason. I just feel like that new moon really wanted to just focus on the new intentions of our seeds and planting things for our future. Mercury obviously needs to be in a more emotional realm around the time of the full moon, and there's going to be reasons for that. And then we have on that same day Venus entering Leo. So that's when Venus is going to enter Leo, is on the 13th. And Leo is ruled by the heart, you guys, so I'm extra excited for that transit because this is going to add a lot of passion to our abundance and our attraction. You know, a lot of us are going to be really following our heart around that time with the North Node in Leo and Venus in Leo. This is going to be very heart empowering, heart chakra in activations. And so another important thing happening in June is Neptune retrograde. Okay, woo! So Neptune is going to be slowing down. Our spirituality collectively is going to be slowing down a bit. So that's something to look out for. June 18th, that Neptune is retrograding. I did not know that Neptune would be retrograding in June. So yeah, guys, that's something to mark on your calendar. Very spiritual transits going on in June, guys. There's a lot going on in June. And then the sun enters Cancer on the 21st. So there's going to be Cancer season starting then. But that's the same day as the summer solstice, which is literally all the solstices and the equinoxes are so important. I'm not sure where I'll be at around this time. If I'm in this area, then I will definitely be recording a summer solstice message, and I'll be pulling cards for that. If not, guys, I would just really make sure that you're doing something in celebration of the actual start of summer. You know, the sun gaining in light and being its most empowered. I believe the summer solstice is the longest day and shortest night. I'm not sure. I'm going to be doing my own research on that. But I do something special for every equinox and every solstice. Summer solstice, winter solstice. I did something very beautiful for the winter solstice. So it's only right that I take part in a small ceremony for the summer solstice as well. And so a few days after that, we have Mars retrograde in Aquarius, you guys. So this is going to be interesting as well. Mars is going to be hanging out in Aquarius for quite a while, I believe until August. So, you know, Mars is the planet of war, planet of action. So, you know, that's in an area of the collective. So that's something to really research as well, you guys. I really hope that I'm around to do videos about all these planets because I love talking about it. I didn't want to waste not waste, but I just didn't want to, I wanted to really use the time that I had for the mid-May and June videos for the tarot. So as far as the astrology information goes, you guys, you might want to follow me on Instagram or add me on Facebook. All that information will be below because I'm always posting about this stuff. No matter where I am in the world, I can always post about this astrology information, but I might not always be in an area that really prohibits me to speak about astrology and read tarot. But I will always my Instagram is filled with astrology information and just kind of channeled information about what I think about all these planets. I'm going to be posting about Venus in Cancer soon, and I'm going to be posting about Uranus in Taurus and Mars in Aquarius. So those are all things to look out for. For those of you who are wondering, my name is Pisces Priestess on Instagram, and my name is Braylon Caldwell on Facebook. If you do add me on Facebook, just shoot me a message, because I get a lot of friend requests, and some of them are just not friends that I'm not interested in having on my Facebook. So just shoot me a message, say, hey, you know, I watch your videos, I really wanted to stay updated on the astrology information, and I'll add you. So Mars retrograde, Neptune retrograde, summer solstice, and then we end the month with that Capricorn full moon on June 28th. So you guys, Saturn is going to be a part of that moon, and it's going to be a very karmic moon. That moon is very karmic for me. That's going to mark the 1 year of me really doing this astrology business, me doing my spiritual burnings that I do outside on every full moon. I'm a Capricorn rising, so that full moon is going to be opposite of the sun in Cancer. Wow, I really hope that I'm around to speak to you during that time as well. There's so much going on, you guys. It's like, I feel like I trust the universe, but if it's meant for me to kind of take a break from astrology, I'm really going to have a hard time understanding why, because it's as if the energies have picked up, and they're almost more relevant and more important. And it's like, you know, I feel like it's now more than ever important for me to really, really speak out about some of the things that I channel and some of the things that I'm aware of in the universe as a Pisces. So if it's meant to be, you guys, I'll be sticking around, and I'll be talking to you throughout all these transits, and I'll definitely be incorporating more astrology, since there's not much astrology in my videos this month. But there are very important tarot messages this month. So let's talk a little bit about what we can look forward to in the readings this month. So I've got some oracle readings for you guys this month. I have 3 oracle decks. One of them is a very new deck. I have the Wisdom of the House of Knights. And below, if you'd like to know the artist, and if you're interested in buying these decks, then I'll tell you the name and the artist of these decks below. And then I have the Indigo Angel Oracle deck. And then I just recently received as a gift a Wicca deck. So I'm not sure how all you feel. Why my camera's shaking like that, but I'm not sure how you guys feel about Wicca. But that is something that I have just recently started studying on the Libra full moon. So a couple full moons ago, I really did start studying Wicca, and that just was kind of an awakening that I had. My aunt is Wiccan. And, you know, I didn't really know how to feel about Wicca, but it is definitely not what I thought. And I think that's going to be the case for most people. So for those of you who are open to receiving messages from Spirit from that deck, beautiful deck. Oh my God. They incorporate so beautifully. All these 3 decks, I'm probably going to use these 3 decks often. And they're really new, so I am looking up meanings in the book this month. But there's such beautiful messages, you guys. So this could be kind of a past, present, and future kind of reading for those of you who resonate with past, present, and future that way. And then I'm just using regular tarot to clarify a little bit more about these the oracle messages. Okay, so we've got 3 messages this month. We're working with the bottom of the deck and underlying energy, and then we're doing some clarification. So I really hope you guys enjoy these readings this month. I didn't care. I'm just so happy to have. I'm not sure if all of you watched my last video, but I just was devastated when I found out that I wouldn't be able to read tarot for May. But turns out that you just go with the flow. Sometimes the current takes you right back to where you were. And, you know, as a Pisces, I really just try to go with the current and just move with the waters of my life. But I feel very deeply about all this stuff. So, you know, my emotions pay the price, and they take the toll. But, you know, it empowers me. And like I was saying, you know, I'm just happy to be talking to you guys. I'm happy to get these messages out here. That's what matters most to me. For those of you who are interested in personal readings for the rest of May, I do believe that I will be available to do personal readings. And as far as June and July goes, just make sure that you contact me through email or through Facebook or Instagram before you pay me. And we'll try to work something out. But I am definitely available to do readings for the rest of May, and I'm very excited to see, you know, what comes up for all the signs. I've finished, as I record the intro, I've finished the Aries through Virgo, and they are very beautiful messages, you guys. They feel very beautiful. Right after this intro, I'm going to get started on Libra through Pisces. So I haven't done the second half of the zodiac wheel yet, so I don't know what's going on with those guys. But as far as the Aries through Virgo, beautiful messages, and I can't wait for you guys to watch, and I hope it resonates. Thank you so much for all the support and your likes and your subscribes and all my new viewers. I hope you guys can tell how much this means to me. But without further ado, please enjoy your June readings and also your mid-May readings. Thank you guys. See ya. Hi Libra. So blessed to be talking to you for your mid-May and June 2018 readings. Very excited to get some messages for you today. I have shuffled, and I have the Justice card here, symbolizing that the cards are ready for Libra. And as you can see, I have my oracle decks lined up. We've got the Indigo Angel Oracle deck, which I'm very excited to use for you as you are an Archangel. And this is for the more light energies, the more awareness. And then we've got the dark here, which is not evil, right? Not good or evil. This is just light and dark. The known and the unknown, the seen and the harder to see. So we're going to get you some messages from the house of night. So we got some balance going on here, literally, for Libra, the balance scales. And then I've got this new deck over here, which is my Wiccan deck. I'm not sure how you guys feel about Wicca, but this is going to involve all 5 elements: air, earth, water, fire, spirit. These cards are absolutely beautiful, and I'm going to be looking up a message for you, Libra. Depending on what card you get, we're going to look up the meaning, because this is a very new deck. So guys, if you're interested in the astrology going on in May and June, I spoke about that in my intro video. And as far as this video, I'm just going to get right going with your tarot messages, okay? So some of you may resonate with this with past, present, and future, okay? Because there's 3 cards here. So sometimes when there's a 3-card layout, there's past, present, and future energy. So I am kind of discussing it as that. But also, especially because I'm speaking to you in mid-May, and this is May and June video, so this will be more of the June messages here. This might be for May, but keep in mind that any of these messages can resonate at any time. So for those of you who are interested, this is your energy, Libra, the Justice card. So your card is pretty interesting in this deck, and just intuitively I can feel that, Libra, you could be trying to blindly balance something. Libra, you're always blindly balancing things. So this could speak to you even more so in May and in June. For some of you, you are actually trying to blindly balance something emotionally. You are an air sign, Libra. It's Gemini season currently, so this is your sister and brother sign, Gemini. The moon is actually in Libra as we're speaking. It just entered Libra some point last night. So if you're watching this around the 24th or the 25th, then the moon is actually in Libra. So I do expect this to be quite an emotional, deep reading. Could even be some secrets coming up here, but it's interesting that we have this moon there. So Libra, your attention may be drawn to the Sagittarius full moon at the end of the month, or even the Capricorn full moon at the end of June. So it's going to really depend on what this means for you, Libra. But I do see that you are being who you are. You are trying to gain clarity over your emotions, over the seen, over the unseen. There could be some really deep things that Libra is going to become aware of in May and June. But I see this balance scale here, and that's just your ruling tarot card. So let's see what's directly backing you up as far as this month goes. And we've got the Emperor. So right away I realized that there's a Libra and an Aries energy. So Libra, this is very interesting because Aries is your opposite sign. So we've got the Emperor. Now, if this isn't a significant Aries energy, this is talking about power. This is talking about control and authority. So you may be gaining authority over your emotions, or authority over your clarity, or authority in your life. Maybe this is just something that you're after, Libra. Maybe you're just really trying to embody, you know, the shadow side of yourself. The moon does symbolize the shadow side. And then we've got, literally, Aries is the shadow of Libra. Libra is the shadow of Aries. Very, very cool that we've got a Libra and Aries on the table. Aries was right behind you. Some of you may have a significant Aries in your life in May and in June. Let's see what's behind this Emperor. We have the 5 of Cups. So definitely the middleman, Libra. Definitely feeling some sad emotions. Definitely feeling some happy emotions. Some of you could be dealing with a bit of a depression behind the scenes. Even this card kind of gave me that feel, because we've got significant sun energy and moon energy. So we're dealing with opposites, Libra. Opposites, opposites, opposites. And if you weren't a dual sign, I might be a bit concerned about that. I just pulled the Six of Swords for some of you. This is the card of the week. So a lot of us are really leaving some things behind mentally this week. A lot of us are moving away and really traveling. And you know what, Libra? I pulled your card for Tarot Tuesday too. So some of you may want to check out my Instagram post for Tarot Tuesday this week, because it was the Justice card and the Six of Swords. And then I just pulled the Four of Swords. So there's a need to rest, Libra, and there's a need to heal. But very interesting that we have your opposite sign, Aries, and then the Five of Cups and the Three of Swords. So Libra, yeah, you guys are going through a bit of emotion come May and June, and we're going to get you some tarot messages to kind of guide you through that, okay? So let's just put you over here. You and Aries are chilling over here, and we're going to actually get your spread going for you, okay, Libra? But I definitely feel some energy. Every time the moon's in Libra, that's my 8th house as a Pisces, and I definitely feel that the more depressive feels every day, every month. It does not fail. When the moon is in Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio, those are my 8th houses. So yeah, a lot of very mysterious energy coming up for me today, but I thought it would be, you know, what better time to record the Libra video than when the moon is in Libra. So let's get Libra a message for mid-May and June. What is the angel message for Libra, the cardinal air sign, the 7th house of our universe? What is the message for Libra for mid-May going into June? What is the message for Libra? The angel message for Libra, please. What do they need to hear the end of May going into June? What is the message for Libra? Okay, so we had trust come out, which is very, very interesting, because I'm quite sure that Aries got this card in the same position. So there's definitely some Aries Libra action going on right now, and it may be because Chiron is in Aries. Also, Libra, another thing that I didn't mention to you is Aries is your 7th house. So Aries energy, you might not be with an Aries, but Aries symbolizes your house of relationships and partnerships, which is the house that you represent on the wheel. So if you're not dealing with an Aries, even though I see some significant overlapping of energies with Aries, this could really be talking about you balancing your relationships, you taking back authority in your relationships and really standing on your own in relationships. Maybe some of you have blinded, maybe some of you guys are with a very controlling, empowering force, or maybe you're the controlling, powering force. But Aries is your 7th house, so especially with these energies as well, Libra, I'm definitely seeing that there's some relationship stuff going on with Libra, and this could be because Chiron is in your 7th house of relationships. So if you guys are going through any heartbreak or betrayal or depressed feelings, I do see that some of you could be involved in third-party situations, because we have the 3 of Swords and the 3 of Wands in between the 5 of Cups. And in the 5 of Cups, you can see that on one side of this person, there's 3 cups knocked over, and on this side, there's the 2 of Cups. So some of you guys are really standing in the middle of what you've lost and what you still have. So it's like there's a lot of love that has been drained from you, and a lot of emotions that have been drained. There could have been a third-party situation that finally tips over and knocks over the end of May going into June. Because I do see that some of you are involved in 3-party situations. So this could be you with 2 other people, you, another person, and a child, you, a person in work, you, a person in emotions. Just know that there's 3 major important factors here. And it could be some kind of heartbreak going on, Libra. I definitely see some heartbreak going on there. So yeah, and then we have the 6 of Cups hanging out over here though, and the Fool card. So some of you might have an Aries soulmate significantly. But you have to drop some kind of a burden first, Libra. You have to drop all this stuff. This is a big, 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 big burden for you. This decision, this heartbreak, this emotional turmoil. You have to drop that heavy burden. Could be a fire sign for some of you, but we have the 6 of Cups and the Fool card. So the universe wants you to start a new beginning with a soulmate, or the universe wants you to start a new beginning when it comes to some sort of emotional nostalgia from the past. Okay, some of you may have a son, some of you may be dealing with someone who's younger than you or older than you, but we have this woman here who's giving this little dude a pot of flowers. So there might be something from your past that you might receive some kind of gift or soulmate interaction from your past, someone coming back from your past, people, places, and things coming back from your past. So that's interesting, Libra. That's definitely interesting. So I didn't mean to get that far into your cards there, but it just kind of dawned on me when this card came out that Aries is your 7th house. And then at the underlying energy we have you already know. You already know something this month, Libra. You already know something come the end of May, going into June. There's something that you already know. Libra, you're a very intelligent sign. You are the cardinal air sign. So even though you are blinding yourself to something this month in May and June, you do know. Even though you're an air sign, you do know how you know how you feel, and you already know what you should trust. But before we start channeling and really getting going with your reading, let's get the next couple cards for you, and then we'll see what we got, okay? So Libra, the cardinal air sign. What is the message for Libra for the end of May and beginning of June? So we've got, this is interesting, we've got playful as an underlying energy, the 44. So there's some hidden playfulness going on with you, Libra. And we've got the strength card that came out with you. So we've definitely got the number 8 coming up for you very much. We've got 35 and 44. So 4 plus 4 is 8. 5 plus 3 is 8. So some hidden strength going on and some hidden playful strength. So some of you might be dealing with a Leo. Some of you might have significant Leo energy. Now let's get you a card from this Wicca deck. And as I said before, we're going to have to look up the meanings of these cards because they're very new, but they're very beautiful. So we're going to read right from the book here. What's the message for Libra for the end of May and going into June, all throughout June 2018? What is the message for Libra? What is the message for Libra? The cardinal air sign, 7th house of our universe. What is the message for Libra for the last 2 weeks of May? Wow, this is a beautiful card. I've never seen this one yet. But it's the number 25, okay? And look at that card there, Libra. Hopefully you can kind of see. I'll be showing you guys the different angles. But we're going to put that here. It's the number 25. We've got a green candle and a white candle. That might be significant. And then we have an underlying energy of the number 12. This might be harvest. I do believe that this is the harvest, but we'll look up that one too because that's an underlying energy. So let's just get these cards set up. And we're going to interpret this, Libra. And then we're going to get some clarifiers for you, okay? So, the first card coming out, now remember, this could be past, present, and future. If this is your past, there could have been something in the past that you put your trust into, Libra, and you already know. Some of you already know about this trust. Some of you already know that you can't trust something. So, whatever this means to you, Libra, it's going to be different for all of you, but you're going to have to apply your own balance to it. Some of you already know something. And you've already known it for a long time because this is coming up in your past position, right? But some of you, as you're watching this, you already know something in your present moment. Some of you already know something about your future. So it's interesting how these cards kind of intertwine. But nonetheless, this is the card of trust. And I always notice the orb of light in this man's hand, right? He's looking down. This is an angel looking down at what reminds me of someone's soul. It reminds me of someone's inner light or someone's emotions. It reminds me of the moon sometimes as well. And we do have the moon significant over here. So this could be trusting in your emotions, Libra. Trusting in what you already know about what you emotionally feel come the end of May going into June. Trusting your intuition, you know, trusting your soul, trusting the universe. Because this is definitely about trusting your intuition and trusting your soul because we've got you already know. So you already know is an energy that it kind of makes me feel like intuitive. So this is about trusting what you already know intuitively, trusting what you already know psychically, emotionally, mentally, physically. So I want you guys to really reflect on what you know to be true come the end of May going throughout June. Because, you know, based off of our experiences and circumstances, and Libra, you guys are all about knowledge, okay? I have a few Libra friends, and every Libra I know takes a lot of pride in what they know and new information that they find out too. Libras love learning. You love conversating about facts and about things that you already know. So, or things that you know or would like to know or that you already know. This reminds me so much of a Libra energy. So it's about trusting what you already know. That's exactly what the message is here. Is trusting in what you already know and sharing that wisdom. Okay? Sharing that wisdom because we have share your wisdom. And we do have Archangel Metatron down there now as well. So this is a new spiritual journey. Some of you have really completed certain cycles of wisdom. But the message here, Libra, is trust what you already know. Trust in what you've learned so far. Trust in your wisdom. Trust in the knowledge that you have. And share that. Trust in your soul. Trust in the way that you feel. There's going to be You know, you're going to be getting certain mental messages come May and June, Libra. You're going to be getting certain intuitive vibrations and synchronicities, okay? So the universe is going to be communicating with you synchronicity-wise. So you know what synchronicities are. You know, you might be thinking about something or feeling something, and the universe, like, it shows you a sign that it heard you, you know? Just pay attention to any repeating numbers. Pay attention to your dreams. You guys need to be really reflecting in May, end of May, all throughout June. You need to be reflecting on what you know at a soul level, what you know at an emotional level. Because Libra, since you're an air sign, you don't always reflect as much as you should on your emotional knowledge. Okay, you guys are more about intellectual conversation and communication, especially Gemini season. The sun is in Gemini, really creating this awareness with rational thought. But you see, Cancer season is going to be rolling in. We've got Venus in Cancer. Your ruling planet is in Cancer. So there's going to be this beautiful water trine at the beginning of the month in June. And, you know, not many of us are going to be able to hide what it is that we already know emotionally. We're not going to be able to hide our feelings. So that's why it's coming up for you to trust in what you already know. We've got this woman who's walking near the edge of water. So this is like being on the edge of your emotions, knowing something emotionally, knowing something very deep inside you and trusting in that, okay? So that might be something that you've been dealing with, or something that you may be dealing with come June, okay? But there's something you already know, Libra, and you're going to need to trust in that. And, you know, you already know that you can what you can trust and what you can't trust, okay? And there's a need to balance that out. So, and then we move on to the Strength card, which to me is talking about being deeply rooted in the strengths that you have. Libra, one of your strengths is the ability to trust in what you already know. This is really Libra coming through here. So, you know, you want to trust in the strength of your mind, and you want to trust in the strength of, you know, the intimate thoughts that come up, because we've got the number 8 here twice. So it's like there's a hidden playfulness going on with Libra this month, and it's almost as if this is talking about strengthening your inner child, okay? Because we've got this little kitten here. So I definitely feel Leo for you guys. Some of you, there's a Leo in your life, a playful Leo. Maybe you guys have Leo energy somewhere in your chart. But you know, it's gonna strengthen you. It's gonna make you feel more empowered to be a bit more playful in June. You know, it's gonna be the summer solstice. This is the time when people really do feel playful. We start eating all these different foods. We start socializing more. This is great for Libra, because Libra is a very social sign when it comes to your ability to communicate. You guys like talking. That's how you guys kind of deal with energy, is you're mental. You use your mental power to conversate and relay facts to other people. So get playful with that, Libra, and it might be behind the scenes. It might even be sexual, because the 8th house, we've got the number 8 up here, 35 and 44, okay? So I'm not sure if any of those numbers matter to you, but those both equal 8 in numerology. So that's a hidden playfulness and a hidden strength. So this is going to be happening behind the scenes for you, Libra. This is going to be happening in a more intimate, secretive way. So there's like this secretive message here, and it's so interesting. I kind of knew that your message would come up like that, because the moon is in Libra right now. So when the moon is in a sign that I'm talking to, I tap into the moon's energy, which is a hidden energy, a soul. And then we've got your soul showing up here. We've got 2 8s here, and then we also have a conclusion, Libra, in the High Priestess of Earth. So some of you are really concluding a chapter with an earth sign, a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. And that might have something to do with that third party situation, because we've got the number 3 up here. And then we have the High Priestess of Spirit and differences. And I seen differences before I started recording, Libra. So I figured that differences would come up. And we've got this white cat and this black cat here. So I don't know if some of you guys have a white and black cat or something like that. But this is talking about differences, Libra, which is coming up for you. It's time for you to be honest about these differences. This is your present moment. So there are differences in your present moment as you listen to this right now as a Libra that you really need to weigh out as a dual sign. The black and the white, the positive, the negative, the masculine, the feminine. And remember, we had Aries show up for you. So there it doesn't get much different from you than that, Libra. Okay, so it's time for you to be honest about the differences that are coming up in your life. You know, I feel that you've been really blind to something. You've just been blinding yourself to this. You've been blinding yourself to your own power, blinding yourself to your own balanced ability, blinding yourself to your emotions for sure. But we have a full moon in June in your 4th house of Capricorn. So I want you to really be careful around that time, because this is the area of your life that has to do with emotions and stability and foundation and your family, your home, and your roots. But when I think of the 4th house, I think of Cancer, which is emotion. And that for you is ruled by Capricorn. We got a full moon. So this is endings and completions in home. Some of you could be moving at the end of June. Some of you guys could be, there could be things happening, ending and beginnings in your family life, or, you know, something that has to do with your roots. If you have a hometown or anything like that, wherever you consider your roots to be, Libra, there's going to be new beginnings and completions there. But I do see this High Priestess of Earth. So some of you guys are involved in a third-party situation. We have the number 3 up here. Some of you could be involved with 2 or more earth signs, or just 2 or more people. But the High Priestess of Earth is talking about nature, talking about logic, talking about grounding yourself. So getting out in nature, Libra, communicating. There's maybe an earth sign that you need to communicate with in June, but there's some differences between you and this earth sign, and there's a conclusion with this earth sign. And we have the High Priestess of Earth and Spirit. So, you know, and this is the number 7 up here, right? So that's your number, Libra. That definitely brings the attention to relationships, okay? So there's definitely some differences in your relationships that you need to, you know, work on, Libra. Let's see how this was. We had a conclusion with an earth sign, and then we have strength. So, oh no, this went down here, and playful went up here. So yeah, Libra, I just feel as if in your present moment there's a need to be strong and trust in your own strength is what we have going on here as well. You already know that you need to trust in your strength, and you already know something about your inner strength as well, because the universe has been communicating this with you for a long time. So I do believe that there's some playful, it's just about being lighthearted, Libra, because we have this conclusion here, and we have 2 number 3s. So I do see a conclusion in your relationship with an earth sign. Now this might not be a breakup, but this is just the ending to one chapter. So there could be some moving going on here. To me, this just reminds me of your 4th house of home. So I do feel that there's going to be some endings and beginnings in your home life, which this could be very positive news for those of you who are not where you want to be currently as far as your roots go, as far as your home environment is going. So this is just the ending to a chapter. This is just a karmic cycle that is completing for you, Libra, because we have a conclusion with the High Priestess of Earth. So a conclusion in your foundation, a grounded conclusion, the beginning of something better, the beginning of roots in another place. And this is going to be spiritual. As far as your relationships go, it could be a very spiritual ending, but there are some differences here, Libra, that you want to be honest about, okay? And there's a need to let go as well, because there's just, you know where you belong. It's about belonging in a place of letting go of the people, places, and things that no longer serve you, or that are no longer meant to be in your life. There's a lot of that going on right now, and all of that is behind the playful card, which to me is a message about just staying lighthearted. Being, you know, Leo energy is coming up here for you very strongly. And I feel like this is just because Leo is the 5th house of children, you know, like, so it's about really tapping into the inner child in you. Some of you may have children, and we do have kittens coming up a lot here. So it's all about your feminine energy, whether you're a male or a female watching this. Libra, you're all about the balance of stuff. So masculine, feminine, light and dark. So you really want to strengthen your feminine energy, which is so weird that I'm saying that, because that's another way of saying strengthening your emotions. Emotions are more vibrative with the feminine energy. Not that male or masculine energies don't have emotion, but, you know, certain words just fit into certain categories. Like power, that would be a masculine energy. Not that feminine can't be powerful. It just, you know, the words have vibrations. So emotions, nurturing, kindness, loving, healing, psychic, intuitive, all that is a feminine vibration. It's the mother vibration of our planet. And, you know, even your mother might be coming up here, because we do have the moon here. Here, we have the moon here. So there might be some balance needing. Maybe some of you have a Libra mother or an Aries mother. And then we have your father coming up here too. So Libra, your father is right behind you, because the Emperor is the father in the tarot deck. So either you are, if you are a mother Libra watching this, then your maternal instincts are coming up. And then there's like a father energy here as well. So very interesting, but I feel that there's some mother-father energy going on, and I feel that there's some inner child energy going on. For those of you who don't have children, it's all about the inner child, because we have strength, which is Leo. So this card is also about getting out into nature, finding your roots. This is another energy talking about your 4th house of roots, home, family life. So there's a need to strengthen your trust in that as well, Libra. And this is going on in your present moment. So there's some playful strength. Maybe you want to play around. Maybe some of you guys should work out. Because when I think about playing around with strength, and that's about going for a jog, you know, riding bikes, just doing things that are going to strengthen you. But this might be about your mental strength, Libra. Remember, we can be strong in lots of different ways. This is about your mental roots, your emotional roots, your financial roots, your physical roots, your spiritual roots, your mental strength, your physical strength, your emotional strength, spiritual strength, all of these strengths, okay? And the need to trust in your foundation right now, to trust in, because this is really 4th house energy for you. And I feel like we're tapping in to that 4th house full moon that's going to be going on there. So, you know, underlying energy of being playful. So, you know, yes, Libra, there is a need to be very strong right now. And I feel that you know that. I feel that you have been really trying to trust in your inner strength. You're trying to trust in the strength of your soul, the strength of your intuition, the strength in your ability to already know things. Trusting in your foundation not to crumble. And we're going to get clarifiers for these cards as well. But, you know, to have strength and playful, it's almost like serious versus lightheartedness. So yes, Libra, it is important to be strong. It's important to have strength. It's important to be serious and empowered. But, you know, just make sure you don't lose yourself completely to that, because we have this playful energy here. And there may even be some endings and completions happening in your life that, you know, they're going to really just release you into that inner child. You know, it's going to strengthen you. So we'll get some clarifiers on that to figure out what this really means for you. But now I would like to look into this book to get this, to see what this 25 card is for you. So let's see here. Wow, Libra. Whoa. So that's interesting. Apparently this card is the Book of Shadows. Hopefully you guys can see this. So in a Wiccan Book of Shadows is a record of rituals, beliefs, prayers, and magical lore. While there are published books of shadows, each practitioner will have a personal book as well. For Wicca, in Wicca, it's a tradition that greatly values individualism and rejects dogma. The Book of Shadows is a tool, not a set of commands. So for me, Libra, this means about you really being an individual and rejecting anyone who's trying to overpower you, which is so interesting because we have that saying that here. So this is about you balancing yourself as an individual, how you feel at a soul level, how you feel intuitively and emotionally. And you see how that Aries is looking a different way and empowering. He's not pointing to you. You know, that dog is not running towards you. So there could be an Aries that is going a different direction than you, or just empowerment that is going a different direction than you. But this is about you being an individual, balancing your own self out. And this looks definitely like a card of dogma, because we have like some kind of beast, or like dogma to me is it talks about the government and empowered forces. So those forces are leaving your life in May and in June, so that you can stand on your own 2 feet and be balanced as an individual, Libra. So let's talk more about this 25 up here, right? And then we've got, that's the number 7. So this is about you and your relationships. 5 plus 2 is 7. So there might be some dogma that you need to look up, and you might want to look up what that word means. To me, that really does mean the empowerment of the government, or some kind of empowered force that, you know, rules and regulations and stuff like that. So it may even relate to your relationship, Libra, the Book of Shadows of your relationship, your little black book, you know what I mean? So definitely make sure that you're not losing yourself to a relationship, because we did have 3-party situations coming up. This may be something you already know. So the meaning of this card is that this is a time to deepen your knowledge through study, including but not limited to reading. So this means reading, Libra, studying. I talked to you about your knowledge. We did have share your wisdom come up. So this is, see the lady who has books in her hand. So this is about you really, this is about you expanding what you already know and sharing your wisdom. Because Libra, you can be a kind of a, I don't want to say know-it-all, but since you're a cardinal air sign, you guys communicate so quickly, you guys retain information so quickly that you can really take on. I didn't really know this before, but now Spirit is telling me that this card is coming up because you want to be careful thinking that you know everything this month, because you want to trust in what you already know, but don't allow that to limit you from learning more, because it's time to share your wisdom. And then we have this Book of Shadows coming up, so there's you even holding this Book of Shadows here, okay? So Spirit is giving you the Book of Shadows, Libra, because there's something that you don't already know. But you do need to trust in what you do know, but just don't let that stop you from playing around and strengthening your knowledge, okay? Because the Book of Shadows talks all about deepening your knowledge through study. So it's time to learn, Libra. Let's see. Your 9th house is Taurus, isn't it? No. So that would be Virgo is your 12th house. Your 9th house is Cancer. No, your 9th house is Gemini. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so Gemini season is really bringing up that 9th house energy of higher knowledge and expansion. Some of you may be in school, and you don't have to be in school to learn, though. This is talking about a spiritual enlightenment. Libra. Gemini is that house for you. So when we have that new moon in Gemini on the 13th of June, this is a wonderful opportunity for you to really learn and expand your knowledge, something spiritual. So Libra, there is something you already know in May, but you're going to be gaining so much more knowledge with this book of Shadows. So it's time to study, but don't just limit yourself to reading. This is writing as well. Seek out teachers who will encourage you to think for yourself. Put your study into practices through meaningful rites and spell work. So this is about spell work, Libra. So for real, you need to go back to the basis of your spiritual practice. Keep it very simple until you feel like you're in touch with your essential sacred self. So the key words here are knowledge, lore, and learning. This is just so beautiful for Libra, because you guys are all about knowledge. You guys are all about learning, especially when it's Gemini season. So the sun is in your 9th house of awareness. So this, for you, Libra, Gemini season is all about becoming aware of what you already know, but expanding that further, sharing your wisdom. So I can't tell you how much this card and these two cards go together, because it says that you already know. So it's about you being very smart. I always say that Libra is one of the most intelligent zodiac signs. So share your wisdom, Libra, because you are in a very intellectual position in May and in June because of Gemini season. So this card is definitely about knowledge and learning. And then I want you to say this with me. I walk the path of wisdom. I walk the path of wisdom. That's what this card means. I walk the path of wisdom. But the challenge here, Libra, is how do you challenge authority? How do you challenge authority, Libra? Because what did I tell you? This card here, it means authority. It means someone who's very empowering. You guys could, it might not be an Aries, but this card is right behind you because Libra is dealing with authority right now. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of you are being told what to do, you know, and you know what, Libra? I'm not even kidding you right now. When we have that 4th house Capricorn full moon on the 29th of June, what do you know? Saturn is going to be there. Saturn is going to be there. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Devil card comes up for you, because that is Capricorn. So, you know, you may be dealing with authority over your emotion. You may be dealing with authority in your home life or authority from your mother. You might be getting challenged by your father or by your mother or by your family members or by people that you work with, a boss figure, somebody in a uniform, somebody who feels that they're higher up than you. Libra, this is about you standing as an individual. So hopefully those messages are resonating with you. I can't help but to notice how intertwined this all is. Okay, because we have a lot of energy about you learning and knowledge and all that in these books of shadows. So very interesting reading that you got going on here, Libra. And I'm not going to lie to you, this is a lot about the dark, because we've got 2 cards here about the 8th house. So this is about you playing around with the book of shadows, you know. I don't really believe in good and evil anymore. I just believe in energy. So I am feeling what I feel for you, Libra. And it's like, I feel like your dark side needs to be strengthened, so that your light can be strengthened as well, because there is a very hidden strength with you. And then we've got this book of shadows, which is just a really interesting card about you learning. And so let's see what this number 12 card is about, because we have the Maban. So this is the autumn equinox. So this is interesting. The fall equinox is coming up for you, Libra, even though we're approaching the summer solstice. So this is about bringing balance as night and day are equal length. And the descent into darkness now begins. Libra, you're headed into the darkness. Libra, you are symbolic for the first sign of the dark. Aries through Virgo is the light half of the zodiac. In Libra, and it's so interesting, before I started recording your video, I was talking to Spirit, and I was saging myself, and I was meditating on your energy. And I said, hey universe, I'm getting ready to head into the dark half of the zodiac wheel. I'm going to do the Libra reading today. So darkness is coming up for you. Darkness is coming up here. Darkness came up here. Darkness is coming up here. So it literally says that the descent into the darkness now begins. The harvest feast celebrates the richness of the summer's bounty and holds the message of preservation for the colder months to come. Apples, pears, pumpkins, the sweetest of wine, all speak to the abundance of the earth. This is the time for sharing, caring, and for those who are in need and giving thanks. So this is like Thanksgiving energy, but I do feel the need to tell you guys to eat more fruits. And the meaning of this card is that it's time to count your blessings and be aware of how abundant your life truly is. Open your eyes to those who are less fortunate than you and offer them help. Trust that there will be enough for everyone, and you can afford to be generous at this time. You can be generous with your time, energy, and resources, Libra. So the key word here is abundance, harvest, and gratitude. And then you want to say, I have everything I need. Libra, say, I have everything I need. And affirmations are very important for Libra as a cardinal air sign. So say that with me. I have everything I need. It's very important for you to know that. And for me, this card is talking about the balance between light and dark, because the fall equinox is all about light and day, night and day being the same amount of length. So there's a lot here about balancing your dark energy. Some of you are really haven't balanced your dark and your light. So the challenge here is, how will you share your bounty with others? How will you share with others, Libra? Because Libra, you guys are all about sharing as well. So there is some sort of portal of darkness that you're going into, and there's a need to really create some sort of book of shadows. So I'm not sure if that's speaking to any of you guys, but I even felt that there was something going on with you guys as far as the dark right now because of this moon. So very interesting, Libra. I'm gonna get some cards to validate this, but as far as me just kind of channeling for you, I feel that some of you guys are really playing around with just be careful. Make sure you're doing everything with a positive heart, and make sure you're doing everything with innocence and purity, because you don't want to go messing around with this kind of stuff. But you are a Libra, so you're going to be able to balance this, okay? Just know that it's important for you to be equally as dark and equally light. So I feel like that's going to make sense to some of you guys. Hopefully you know what I mean. But I just do feel that you guys are really, handling the dark right now for some reason. And, it might be because Taurus is your 8th house, so May was all about your 8th house of darkness and hidden intimacy and sex and lust and shared resources. So Taurus is your 8th house. And we've got this strength card here, so that might be why that's there. And then Gemini is your 9th house. So we've got some light and dark for sure. Taurus is dark for you. Gemini is light for you. So really, really interesting there, Libra. Balancing your light and your dark for sure. So let's get a card to clarify trust. Okay, what is this trust card here? What is it that Libra should trust in? What is it that Libra already knows for this couple weeks last of May and then going into June? What is it that Libra should trust? What is it they already know? Let's give me a card for trust. So this card just literally just, okay, so we have the 3 of Cups. Some of you are involved with a Virgo. Virgo had the 3 of Cups here as well. So you want to trust in your emotions, Libra. Trust in your friends. Trust in your celebrations. We have the Queen of Wands. Some of you are dealing with an Aries, Sagittarius, Leo that you already know is in a third-party situation, because we have these 3 cups here. But I don't like that this other woman, the woman in white, she is not, her cup is being held a different way. So there's 2 people, this blue and this green person. So there could be an earth sign and a water sign and an air sign. because I see that there's a water sign and an earth sign that's getting together, but then the air sign, so Libra, you need to trust yourself to pull your emotions back from something that you already know is a third party situation. That's one message here. But you also already know that there's plenty to celebrate right now. We did have this harvest card come up for you about celebrating and sharing with other people. So you could be sharing your emotions with others, but you already know that there's someone in your life that's holding out emotionally from you, Libra. It could be an earth sign, water sign, air sign. I'm not sure. But, you know, the good thing is that you already know that you want to put your trust into this. Some of you, this is just your friends, because there's a lot of different messages I'm getting here for a lot of different of you. So trust in your emotions, trust in the celebrations you're having. Some of you have a few friends around you. Could have a very important water sign friend, a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or Aries, Sagittarius, Leo that you can put your trust into. But to me, this is about socializing and, you know, yeah, for sure there is a Virgo for some of you that you're emotionally confused about. Maybe there's a third party situation, and even a Gemini maybe, or a Scorpio. Because we've got some interesting messages coming out here. The High Priestess, the Nine of Cups, the Hermit card, the Tower, the Lovers, and then the Ace of Wands with the Moon. So there could be some kind of Pisces that you're manifesting with, or a Cancer, or you could just, this is your emotional manifestation, Libra. But this is the Pisces card. Okay. And then we have the High Priestess here. So there could be some secrets going on with a fire sign. Or there could just be, you know, this is you being spiritual. You already know. The High Priestess is an all-knowing energy. So this is about you already knowing. Like these two cards here go hand in hand. You already know. The High Priestess already knows too. And she does share her wisdom as well. And so there might be some secrets coming out with a fire sign, or something that you already know about a fire sign. But then there's some sort of wish fulfillment that happens with you, Libra. And it may have to do with your soul searching or solitude, or with a Virgo. Some of you might have a wish come true about a Virgo. And then that's going to definitely bring the Tower, though. We've got the Tower coming in here with the Lovers. So Gemini season for you, Libra, because this is the Gemini card, the Lovers. So this, for some of you, this means that there is going to be some kind of shakeup in Gemini season with your foundation. This could be some kind of relationship falling apart, some kind of decision that you need to make between two people, or a lover decision. But the Tower is here. We have that black cat here. So two cats are showing up in your reading. It's about feminine power, but, you know, we have, maybe some of you are with a Gemini, and we've got something falling apart with a Gemini, or something falling apart in Gemini season, a significant Virgo, Pisces, Cancer. So we did have the Three of Cups come out, though, for trust. So you might need to trust in these three people, or your involvement with these two other people. Just be careful who you trust, Libra, is what I'm hearing for you. Be careful who you trust right now. Because trust doesn't always mean trust. This card just has the vibration of trust. But what if it means to not trust? What if it means don't trust these people? Don't trust this third party situation. Don't trust this. Everything looks like everybody's having a good time, but under the surface you might already know something. So let's get a card for strength. Why is strength here for the Libra reading? Give me a card for the strength card, please. I do not like that Three of Cups with that trust. We almost had the Two of Wands come out. So some of you guys are strong enough to make a decision right now with a fire sign. And then we have the Two of Pentacles. So no matter what, Libra, this is going to be a 2. We had the Two of Wands and then the Two of Pentacles. So I guess the Two of Wands wasn't extremely accurate. So it flipped back over. But then the Two of Pentacles came out almost immediately. So there is something you're juggling. You're juggling your strength in a situation. There's a crossroads, Libra. Okay, so this means a decision. This could be the strength of your finances, you playing around financially, or you playing around with and juggling. Juggling is like a playful energy as well. But just be careful because it might turn ugly. You know, this is about you making a strong decision to go right or left, or to turn around. So there's a crossroads here. Maybe some of you are choosing between 2 jobs. Maybe some of you are... interesting. Cancer's your 10th house, so there is going to be some energy in your 10th house come July and come the middle of June. So that's going to be all about, you know, your career, your legacy. So I feel like some of you might be juggling something to do with money. Some of you just might not feel very financially strong or stable right now. But make sure that you're still being, you know, don't allow money to weaken you, because money is infinite. In the bottom of the deck right now is the Four of Cups. So I think some of you are in deep contemplation about this. Some of you might be involved in a third-party situation financially. You know, you're just not really sure what your money is and what other people's money is. Could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or a Virgo. Some of you just really need to isolate yourself from a fire sign. And just, you know, do some soul searching when it comes to your emotions about this, because you're very distracted, Libra, at the end of May going in June. And it could be because something's hidden under the table from you. There's some emotions being hidden here under the table, and it could be a third-party situation. But, you know, this is you in deep contemplation about what it is that you're going to choose. You know, and I feel like whatever you choose, just make sure it's the strong. It has to do with your strength, Libra. Don't do something that's going to weaken you. So yeah, we've got some juggling going on there with your foundation. I feel like some of you don't know where to move. Some of you don't know where to work. Some of you don't know. It's financial. You're juggling some finances. And then we've got this R here. So there's a retrograde going on. There's Neptune retrograde in June. There's Mars retrograde. So you want to look out for those energies too, because retrogrades bring people back from the past. Retrogrades sometimes have us slowing down. Juggling is not a slow energy. And then I stopped shuffling on the Four of Pentacles. So Libra, this is about you obtaining your own finances. You know, you might not feel like you have your own money. And to me, all the Libras I know really like to have abundance. You know, they really like to stay passionate and abundantly when it comes to their finances. You know, you guys like to have an abundance of nice things because you're ruled by Venus. And I did just pull the Venus card for that. So some of you guys are at a crossroads between something of value. Okay, so let's get this Book of Shadows. What is the Book of Shadows here for Libra? What is the Book of Shadows here about for Libra? What is the Book of Shadows here? Give me a card that best explains this Book of Shadows for Libra. Okay, we have two cards popping out. Oh wow, bottom of the deck is Judgment. So be very careful what you do, Libra, because you will be judged for it. This is a very archangel card to come up. Judgment Day. This is the Judgment card, okay? So this is the underlying energy for that Book of Shadows. So hopefully you're using that Book of Shadows to study and learn more about the forces in our universe. Hopefully you're not doing... Now, if you feel like it's a part of your path to do these evil spells or something like that, then just know that karma is real. You know what I mean? Especially because karma's in your 4th house of home right now. So just be careful, Libra, because we do have Judgment. But to me, this is talking about a second opportunity or the renewal of a situation. But as far as the energy that came out for you, we have the Seven of Cups and the Knight of Wands. So to me, there could be an Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, or Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio that have to do with this Book of Shadows. But this is about you really balancing the light and dark of your emotion, because this card talks about positive and negative emotional options. If you take a closer look at the cups, there's some stuff that looks good, but there's also bottles of poison and just things that won't be too good for your emotions. So this is you charging passionately towards, you know, the different options you have, Libra. You guys are all going to choose something different, but there's some studying you need to do about where you need to go in life, because this is action. This is about you. So this is your future. In your present moment, you could be juggling something. You could be stuck between a crossroads, or maybe you're juggling finances with someone, or maybe you're not really sure what direction to take as far as your happiness goes. And it seems like in your present moment, this is all very hidden. So not many people might not know that this is going on. But in your future, it looks like you're going to be really learning more. This is the future of Gemini season for you. This is the future of the Capricorn full moon for you. So you're going to be charging forward to make a decision about all these different emotional options. You know, and just make sure that you're choosing balance, you know what I mean? Because this could be a fire sign or something that comes back into your life. You know, you are in deep contemplation about this. It even could be a Gemini, because we did pull the King of Swords. So this is your energy, or Gemini Libra energy, but just mental clarity, you know, mental clarity over something that you've been thinking about for a very long time, contemplating. Just be careful, because if you contemplate too much, you're going to miss an opportunity from the universe. It could be love that you miss. It could be a new job that you miss. But we do have Judgment. Some of you have a water sign coming back into your life, a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or just someone that you had a very strong emotional connection with that you thought it was over, but it ain't. And then we have the Eight of Swords with the Page of Cups, and the Strength card again with the Aries card and the Libra card. So I just feel like there's either a Leo or an Aries in your life. So if that's significant to you, or, you know, I just feel like you're feeling a little bit trapped inside your mind, Libra. You're not quite seeing something, but, you know, you will see it soon. You're definitely going to be seeing it soon. So, you know, overall, Libra, I just see that you really want to be careful with who you trust. If you're going to trust in anything at the end of May going into June, trust in your own light, trust in your soul, trust in what you already know, trust in your intuition and your mental stability. And just be careful as far as people around you who seem like your friend, because you might already know something about them. It might be some fake energy going on there. Trust in your emotion. Trust in your emotional celebrations. In your present moment, there is some juggling going on. You're at a crossroads, but you just want to remain strong and make sure that you're, you know, still being a child at heart and innocent when it comes to the decisions you're making. Make sure you're making these decisions for your happiness, for your strength and vitality and positivity, because you are all about peace, Libra. And so there's a need to be kind of playful when it comes to this, because what the Two of Pentacles talks about is someone who's really stressed, but he's still trying to smile and put on a good face, you know. So this is about dancing to the stresses of life. Like, you know, when you're stressed, dance. You know, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade, basically, is what this is talking about. So remaining happy and remaining, remember, you had the affirmation here to say, I have everything I need, I have everything I need. If you're juggling, Libra, then you obviously have more than what you need. You might have a little bit of too much to juggle right now. But stay positive, stay happy about that, and stay strong and grounded. Now, in your future, we have the Book of Shadows with the fall equinox. So this is all about you balancing your light and your dark, learning more about your dark side, learning more about your emotions and your soul, Libra, and charging forward to make an emotional decision. Some of you guys could be doing some shopping emotionally right now, or shopping relationship wise, okay? And then we have your final underlying energy as the Judgment card with the King of Cups underneath that. So it's like there's something being resurrected from your past, Libra, that is emotional. It's nostalgic. It could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or just someone who invokes a lot of emotion within you, okay? But we do have the Judgment card, which is an awakening. It's a renewal. Something that you thought was dead is being given life again, Libra. So I just want you to keep all this in mind at the end of May going into June, okay? So hopefully you enjoyed this reading. If you have any questions, please comment below. Or you can email me or get a hold of me on Facebook or Instagram, whatever works best for you. If you want to talk to me a little bit more privately, I would suggest you emailing me. But if you don't care if anyone sees your comment, then you can just comment below. Thank you guys so much for watching my videos and subscribing and liking and sharing them. It means so much to me. I do not know if I'll be able to talk to you guys in July. I have no idea where I'll be in July, but I really hope that I'll be somewhere that allows me to speak with you guys on this level again. Thank you so much once again, and I wish you guys a beautiful rest of May and a very beautiful, positive June. I'll talk to you guys soon.